Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright, everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. You know, I think we have done good enough, you feel me? I think we've done good enough to be able to go a Tainted Lost run. We haven't done one in a minute. I feel like we've earned the right to try and go back. Anyways, hope everyone's doing alright, everyone's chilling. Trying my best to chill and relax right now, you know. Had to make a payment online. Don't get me started on that, Tony, you know? Make a payment online? What do you mean don't get me started? What seems to be the issue? I don't know if you guys ever done something like this before. You ever like pay some stupid shit off online and then what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, not deal with the repercussions, but it's just so dumb. How come I can't pay this certain thing? Like, they want me to put my freaking bank info, you know what I mean? Man, maybe you guys don't know what I mean. I'm trying my best to like... I think this will kill me, but it's free bombs. I can't ignore it. Free bombs are free bombs, you know? Let's give it a shot. Anyways, like, what I mean essentially is like I put in my information to make a payment on something, and then it's like, oh, by the way, since you're using a card to make this payment, it's actually gonna be like an extra it's like 1 point something percent, an extra like surcharge or whatever for paying like this way and not with your, you know, your entire bank information. And it's like, bro, is that necessary? I'm gonna be real. Is that really necessary to do? I feel like that's a little cringe, for lack of a better term. You feel me? I'm being upcharged because I want to use my card information. I don't know. It seems a little dumb. But that aside, I'm at least glad it means I don't have to go and like mail a check or whatever, you know, some bullshit like that, or like go in person. Honestly, I think technology has advanced to such a degree that it can't be understated. Someone like me who like, I've grown up with technology my whole life, but it never really hit me, like not the implication, but like the way technology has changed has never really hit me until just now for some reason. I'd be thinking, what is that? Like, what do you mean, Tony? I mean, like, literally, if I was born a few years earlier or whatever, some of these things I wouldn't have access to the way most people do, you know? Like, I remember I went to Comic-Con last year. Growing up, the way, growing up, the way toll roads worked, maybe some older individuals might know this, or maybe it's still like this for some people. You would go to a toll road, like the Bay Bridge. Going from the Bay Bridge over to San Mateo, it was a toll booth road. So on the middle of the bridge, there was a toll. You had to slowly, like, you know, go in, be like, hey, toll booth here, you know, here's my $7 toll, or no, it's like $5 back in the day. Here's my $5 toll. I get access to San Mateo now. And they're like, all right, you're all good. You know, keep going, keep the line stepping. And I remember, honestly, it wasn't even that long ago, because I remember me and my friends went to a museum in San Francisco, and on the way to the museum, there was a toll road, but it wasn't like the way I'm about to describe it soon, which is you go to the toll road and you just freaking boom, here's the money, you know? Before, it was like, oh, you got it's a long line, everyone's all trapped because you're kind of trying to find it, like find out, oh, here's the money sort of deal. All right, it's kind of a mad annoying. But no, it's not like that anymore. Now, you go through the toll road and it's just like, you just drive by, you get the bill in the mail. You know what I mean? Or there are ways to pay online sort of deal. And I'm gonna be real. It's like, what? Yeah, me personally, I'm like, huh? You telling me I can just say fuck it and just pay it online? No biggie? When like before you deadass had to stop, there would be so much traffic and it would be all kinds of cook. Now it's just like, they're just like, all right, you know, we just flash your fucking license plate, brother. You drive by here. Here you go. You can pay it in the mail. We have record of you passing by. We have live access to your record of you driving. So you just be like, here's my license plate info. I drove by around this time, and they'll just do like, they'll just like run the system check and be like, oh, yep, there's a match. All right, brother, you're good. You know, here's your toll. Pay it off. It was so crazy. It was like, it's so insane the way that it kind of works now. Because when I was younger, and not even that younger, it was in high school where we drove to that museum in San Francisco. High school era, that's like 2018, 2019, you know? Within the last 10 years, it has changed from having to manually like stop and go traffic. You just freaking, all right, we're stopped. Here you go. Or not, you're stopped. Here we go. What is it? Stop and go traffic where it's like, all right, we're stopped. All right. What should I do? Let's go Mega Satan. No, it's too late. Let's go Mother. Let's go Mother. Damn it. Instead of stop and go traffic, just trying your best to get through it. Instead, it's like, all right, instead, boom. We'll just run your plates, bro, you know? Or if you're going on Bay Bridge now, you got like, you got fast track. Fast track has always been a thing, but if you got fast track, you were always able to just run that shit. They'll bill you later. But now, even if you don't have fast track, you just drive by the toll, and then it's like, all right, here's your bill in the mail. Or just when I went out to San Diego, we passed the toll road, and it was the same thing. It was the thing I was just talking about, where it's like you didn't get a fucking bill in the mail or whatever. Instead, they were like, all right, you just input your information. When did you pass by this toll? What's your license plate number? And it's like, yep, we have record of you doing that. Freaking, here's your bill, brother, pay up. It's, I don't want to say it's crazy because it's probably not that much of an advancement in technology, but from what I'm used to, you know what I mean? From what I'm used to, I remember going to visit family across the bridge, and my parents would have to stop and literally, like, they'd have to stop and, you know, pay off the freaking bill, like, while we were there, you know? Not pay off the bill, but they would stop and just hit the toll right then and there, you feel me? But now, technology has changed. It's not even a thing anymore, you know? And that's what's kind of got me like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy thinking about it. You feel me? It's kind of dumb. Most likely, like, Tony, what are you yapping about sort of deal? But I don't know. It's just something that I've been kind of like, you know, stinking on or whatever. Stinking on, he says. And also another reason, like, don't get me started, man. Don't get me started with such crazy advancements in technology. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the healthcare systems aren't keeping up, brother. You know what I mean? Like CVS, I don't know what the hell we used. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't know what you'd call the software that was used at CVS. I just know it was like their own like software, you know, sort of deal. Like this, like, I'm not even joking. It looks like some Windows 95 type shit. You feel me? You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? That's what I mean. It's so crazy to me that in the modern era, we still have some places that are like years behind. You feel me? And not to shit on Japan or whatever, but it's very funny that I was actually watching a content creator. She's like comes up in my feed every once in a while. She's like someone who lives in Japan. She talks about like the daily life of living there, you know, the good and the bad. And one of the bad things she talks about is like, apparently in Japan, there's this stamp that's like, you have this sort of stamp deal, and that is your personal U stamp. And it's used for like signing or doing like almost anything. You could show like all your paper. I was gonna say DMV, but I don't think they have DMV, you know, in Japan. You could like go and have to do something like with your car, or like some registration shit or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I have all the forms. Oh, but guess what? You forgot like your stamp thing. Sorry, brother, you're kind of SOL. And it's like, that's a little insane. You feel me? That's a little crazy. I mean, you could say the same thing for like ID, like Tony, IDs like that. Yeah, but it's different though, because you could show them ID in Japan, you feel me? Or like now there are people that have like not digital IDs. At least I remember something like this where patients would all the time try and be like, show you a picture of my ID on my phone. I'd be like, yeah, that's good. You know, we only need a certain part. You know? Oh my god, another thing. This, honestly, this episode is gonna be called like Tony is Amazed. Tony's Wonders of Technology. Because I feel like I sound so stupid for being so amazed at this thing. But like, I'm not much of an Apple Pay, I use electronic pay kind of guy. You know, but I will say, the ability to just be like, oh shit, I forgot my wallet. Worry not, you're not cooked. Instead, if you forgot your wallet, guess what? You have a digital card on your phone. It is your real ass card from the bank, but it's just like on your phone, and it can be used to pay at like a point of sale. It's crazy, right? Am I tweaking? You know what I mean? The fact that they were able to like digitally make, not like a copy, but like, I guess they have all your phone information that's able to just instantly be transferred over from phone to point of sale. That's fucking cool. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me and say it's not. I won't believe you. That's pretty fucking cool, man. All right? You gotta agree with me, right? Gun to your head, right? You know, I'm playing. No, but I mean, like, you know, genuinely baffled though. That is kind of crazy. I definitely sound like a moron, you know, I'm gonna be real. I'm aware how I sound saying some shit like this, you know what I mean? Whoa, technology's so cool. You're telling me I can pay my bills, you know, stuff like that. But like, genuinely, you know, I feel like I take the convenience for granted of a lot of modern time or modern day aspects. You feel me? I feel like that's definitely a Tony thing. I take a lot of this convenience shit for granted, low key, without kind of realizing. I mean, like, you know, like, if I get a bill in the mail, I could pay my registration to the DMV online. Instead of before, I'd have to be like, sorry, I gotta take a fucking entire day off work because if I want to go to the DMV in person, it's gonna be like a 5-hour freaking, you know, trip. It's gonna be a 5-hour ordeal because the DMV just takes forever. But instead, no, I don't have to do that. Instead, I can just, from the comfort of my own home, just be like, bop, 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 oop, paid. All right, we're done. You know, technology is so freaking cool, man. Although when it doesn't work, I've said this before, when technology doesn't work, it just kind of hits me the wrong way. It knows how to rub me in such a wrong way where I get pissed, man. I'm gonna be real. I be getting unironically like mad upset. Oh my god, dude, speaking of getting mad upset, I don't think I talked about this. So recently I did get I ordered myself some dumbbells. I think I mentioned that a few episodes back. I ordered myself some dumbbells. I'm gonna be doing the home gym aspect now. They came in and I've been using them since Monday. Although, forgot what day. I took a day off because it was a rest day. I got them in Monday, so I hit pull. Tuesday hit legs. Wednesday was my day off, so I didn't do much. But Wednesday, for some reason, and not for some reason, I was like, you know what? Wednesday's my day off. I should still do some like cardio or something. You know what I mean? I should kind of get myself feeling good. So I went to go do some cardio. You know, I was just running around, jogging around a little bit. I decided, you know what? Instead of, I don't have like a Stairmaster. Besides like running around at home or like in the neighborhood, I was like, you know what? I have stairs. I have the perfect idea. I don't have a Stairmaster. I'm gonna just walk up and down the stairs. I'm gonna just keep walking up and down the stairs. You know what I mean? That's like a pseudo Stairmaster, right? So I decide to be the genius I am. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna keep walking up and down these stairs, walking up and down these stairs. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. After a few up and downs, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am dead tired. I'm like, God, how do people do this? I am on the verge of losing it right now, you know? Like, this is a workout. And so I decided to take a little break. I decided to just take a little break. In this little break, I'm not even joking. I'm like, all right, let me take a little break. Let me go upstairs. Let me check something out. As soon as I walk upstairs again to like go to my room, I don't feel something, but I'm like, huh, what's going on? As soon as I attempt to sit down in my chair, the worst calf cramp ever just hits me out of nowhere. I'd be thinking, oh my God, Tony, that's so horrible. Nah, what makes it worse is that it was the second time it happened that day. I don't know why, but after I initially ran, before I did the homemade Stairmaster deal, after I initially ran, I freaking... Ooh. What do we think, chat? What do we think, chat? We take Goathead 100% to keep the doors open all times. Oh, but anyways. So I'm freaking, you know, tired out of my mind after running a little bit. So I decided to go into the kitchen. I'm going back home. I run to the kitchen and be like, hey, Mom. As soon as I get to the kitchen, I feel something. I feel a little pull in my leg. I'm like, huh? What's up with that? Uh-oh. I knew. Immediately I knew. I'm like, uh-oh. No. And I just start to feel it. I start to feel the freaking calf cramp hitting me hard as a motherfucker, bro. And I am, it's not horrible, but I'm just like, oh my God, you know, shit had me bent over on the ground crying in pain. Not true, not true. Don't know why I said that. But it did have me mad in pain. I was like, oh my goodness, this is awful. I'm going to cry. I'm gonna start crying. But luckily I held strong, and my mom was like, you gotta like do these stretches, you know, do these stretches, you'll be fine. I'm like, thank you, Mom, appreciate it, I'm good. Then I do the Stairmaster thing, come upstairs, and when I come upstairs, oh my God, it is awful. I don't know, I might have an idea as to why it happened. I don't know, someone maybe with more knowledge on this inform me. I was pretty hydrated that day, but to me personally, I think what happened was the day before, it was leg day, and I was not going mad hard, but like it's a leg day. I was kind of going in. I was trying my best to do a Romanian deadlift, but I kind of felt like I was fucking up the form a little bit. I was like, ooh, I don't know. I might be kind of fucking this up. Whatever, you know. At the end of the day, though, I was like, I'll probably be fine. Then moved on, you know, next day, Wednesday, I'm chilling. I decided to do some light cardio, and I do a Stairmaster thing, which I feel like might have affected the calves a bit more than I would like. And then at the end, it was just like, all right, you know, my body was just like, you know what, man, you put me through too much. I gotta put you through something. And that's when it hit me with the one of the worst pains I ever felt in my life, in that calf cramp. I was biting a pillow, screaming, brother. All right, that sounds crazy. Crazy sentence from Tony there, but it's true. I was absolutely going insane. Like, oh my god, this is the worst pain I've ever felt. I was mortified. I was mortified, brother. I thought I thought I was gonna die, you know, type shit. I was like, Tony's dead here. This is my punishment for what? I don't know. I did something to cause this pain though. Luckily though, at the end, it was just a very bad calf cramp and it did pass, but oh my god. It was one of those, you guys ever felt this before? It was one of those where the next day, I'm talking, what day is it today? Today's Friday. Yesterday, Thursday, the day after my horrible 2 cramps, my calves were sore. You know what I mean? They were sore like they were just hitting weighted calf raises, you know, standing calf raises for like 10 hours. It was awful, bro. I could not walk down my own stairs in my home because it was in so much pain. Give me a second. Hold on. What happened? It's been years since I last recorded. Last I remember talking about was my calf cramp, my horrible calf cramp. Oh my god, this dude is ginormous. Hello, look at him. Anyways, that aside though, I had a horrible cramp. It was awful. I'm still, not still feeling the effects. Thankfully, 2 days after, on this blessed Friday, I am feeling fine. I hope I don't get another cramp because honestly, like, I look up what the causes of like calf cramps are, you know. Trust me, I've had more than enough in my life to kind of be like, I need to see what's good, brother, because this sucks and I don't want to have it keep happening. So, you know, Tony's always looking it up like, oh, what's the reason for calf cramps? And I looked it up. It's like you could have a potassium deficiency or you're just dehydrated. And I'm going to be real. Me, I don't be getting dehydrated like that. I drink a lot. And I mean a lot of water, you know? So part of me is kind of like, I don't want to say hold X to doubt, but low key hold X to doubt. You feel me? You know, like there's something wrong here. Something's got to be like listed incorrectly or something like that, bro. Because I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. There's no way. It's like my calf muscle is like flagging me. You know what I mean? I don't believe it that my calf muscle is flagging me as like, bro's dehydrated. Because like I said, I drink a lot of water. And I don't want to hear no BS like, nah, Tony, you're like most people. See, you think you drink a lot of... No. Nope. Not true. I don't think I drink a lot of water. I know for a fact, a cold-blooded, cold, hard fact that I drink a lot of water. My goodness. Oh my goodness. I saw my life flash before my eyes right there, y'all. You have no idea. I'm thinking it the only... I'm sorry. I don't know why I started singing Tame Impala. So it's like, what's the dealio? You know what I mean? Could it be excess stress on the calf muscle? Question mark. You know, maybe I pushed myself too far that one time, like I was talking about. I think that was the cause. I don't truly know, and I'm gonna be real. I don't think there's a way for me to ever find out, kind of, really. Unless doctors have created a way to like gauge your, you know, like, oh, this one thing happened, let's, you know, without having to go in and like, no, because honestly, how would they know? You know, if I go to the doctor and I tell them like I had a calf like cramp, they're gonna be like, okay, you know, like, okay, then what? Like, what do you want us to do about it? It's like, oh, can you tell me what caused this? How are they supposed to know? You know, they weren't there when the calf cramp happened. Scenario could be different. So it's like, it's a level of cooked that I don't know why I feel is only like plaguing me. You gonna picking up what I'm putting down? Where it's like, oh, I see, Tony, it all makes sense now. It's a level of cooked that like I can't, like, you can't go to the doctor type of for this. You feel me? So instead, I'm just gonna try and figure out, I got diagnosed by myself what could have caused this, Tony, you know? Interesting. 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 Okay, okay. We gotta be careful. We gotta be very careful. We have now gained access to something beyond life itself. That is a straight up damage down, if I'm correct, right? Oh, it's a... I don't know, it's a damage down. I don't think it's only gonna make me worse, so I don't think I should take it. I don't think it's actually gonna buff me. So it'll only deal damage. Or deal damage. It'll only be a negative, you know? There's only the downside bonus from it, so I don't think it's worth. That's not good. I'm gonna dodge him. Dude, I don't know if I'm ready for this, man. I'm gonna be real. Good chance we die, I think. Unfortunately, just because I'm not used to fighting this version of Mother. Oh my god. Holy card.
Holy.
I thought I popped you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had Holy card and I didn't pop it immediately. Am I a moron? We go Lusty Blood. Okay, okay, we're good. I think we're good. I think we're solid. Okay, anyways, Tony geeked out aside. Oh my god, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was very worried for a second. I don't know if y'all could hear it in my voice or whatever. Stop that, stop that, stop that, stop that. Oh my god, oh my god! How did I dodge that? Holy, I'm based. My bad, I shouldn't call myself based. I should know, the self-glazing can only get me hurt. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You feel me? Oh, that's really good. I don't know, man. I'm just trying my best to avoid any form of minor inconvenience slash annoyance I get from my, what's it called? Any minor inconvenience slash annoyance I could ever get from my leg cramps. The thing is, like, I don't know what it is. I never, like, had this happen when I was younger. You feel me, bruh? Y'all feel me on this? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, I remember being young. I almost never had a cramp or whatever. Is this like an old person? I shouldn't say old person. That's mean. It's mean and disingenuous, you know? It's very messed up. I shouldn't call that an old person thing. Alright, so this should potentially save me. All I need to do is just try and farm out a holy card with the I'm Drowsy pill here. Dude, I'm sorry. I had to check because a part of me was like schizo posting for a second. I was like, wait, haven't I done this already? But no, I did. What's it called? I did it as regular Lost, but not Tainted Lost. But I did do a regular Lost mother run. I can't fight it. Stop doing that move. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Dude, I'm freaking right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. What's happening now? Someone's gonna get hurt. Anyways, I want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.